Hey, so today I'm here to share my favorite and least favorite books of 2024. Now, I will just disclaim that I only read 20 books in 2024, which is a lot for me, and I know that's like nothing for other people, but with that, I'm doing a top 5 and a bottom 5. Just because with 20 books, I feel like it would be silly to do a top 10 and a bottom 10. I'll also be doing a tier ranking video of everything as opposed to a book wrap-up video, so I'm not sure which will go up first. Also, I just want to disclaim that if my makeup is fucked up, it's because it is, because it's 2 in the morning and I just watched the Sex Lives of College Girls finale, and that shit had me crying Ted Lasso finale tears. Like, I am unwell right now, and I probably shouldn't be filming right now because I'm so unwell over this show, but I am going up to my best friend's house for our Onyx Storm reading party weekend tomorrow, right after art class. So this is like the only time I have to film. So look, this is a we listen and we don't judge video, okay? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna start with my bottom 5. So we get that out of the way. Okay, this is controversial, and I know I'm gonna get flamed for this, no pun intended. If you saw me rate this book 4 stars on Goodreads, well, we don't need to talk about that, okay? I'm a changed woman. The girl who rated that 4 stars is not the same girl sitting before you today. Not to hit you with the hot take, but Iron Flame was kind of one of my least favorites of the year. And I guess I should say that if I had read more books, it would not be bottom 5, probably. It's just bottom 5 because I made a top 5 and then it bothered me to only have a bottom 4. Like, I needed it to match. So that's my disclaimer. However, I will say Iron Flame made me so angry. I'll probably get more into it in my tier ranking video, but it made me mad. It was so predictable. Like, I predicted every single thing. Everything. And it was too long. It was like 100 pages too long. I'm fucking tired of Violet and Xaden. And I don't know how she's gonna stretch this story 3 more books. Like, I'm giving Onyx Storm a chance. I'm liking it so far, but also I feel like she's gaslighting us because, like, who the fuck is anyone in Onyx Storm? Like, everyone in Onyx Storm is news to me. No, I'll get more into that in my recap probably, but like, it's making me feel like I didn't even read Iron Flame or Fourth Wing. Anyway, this is not about that, but Iron Flame just made me mad. It was too long, predictable. Every time I think about it, like, I reduce it like half a star. So I think I'm at like 2 stars now, which I know is inflammatory, but whatever. So at the number 4 spot, which I feel like is another hot take, but we've got Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulic. I thought it was an interesting premise. I didn't really mind it until like the end, just with the twist, and like, I can't get in, like I can't get into all of it because then it would just spoil everything, but I feel like with the twist and everything surrounding the twist, there was just a lot of like weird, questionable arguably problematic undertones and rhetoric, and I don't know. I didn't love that. Next up, we've got Both the Teacher and The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and it is my personal belief that you cannot be called the queen of twists when every single one of your twists is predictable. Like, anyway, the TLDR of both of those books is, well, A, the teacher was problematic, and okay, my hot take on the teacher, I read a bunch of reviews on Goodreads and everyone's talking about like the plot holes in the epilogue, but like, no, that was not a plot hole. Like, the epilogue was the point of the book. Like, you guys just were not paying attention. Anyway, that was all extremely predictable. I clocked that as soon as a certain character was mentioned. The housemaid, sorry, I'm getting heated. It's not that serious. I just don't think that Frida McFadden twists are as good as everyone says they are. I don't even know what I've said in this rant. I've just fully blacked out. But the TLDR is, her books are predictable, and I will probably still read them from time to time because they do go by very quickly. They are very bingeable, but they're not like enjoyable. Like, they have no redeeming qualities. Like, I don't know. Anyway, okay. Speaking of no redeeming qualities, at number 1 on my least favorite book of the year, we have Lord of the Flies by William Golding. And I hated it so much. I wish I would have just reread Fantastic Land. And I don't know if I didn't like Lord of the Flies because I read Fantastic Land first, but I just love Fantastic Land so much. Like, it was one of my favorite books of 2023, and I still think about it every day. And Fantastic Land gets compared to Lord of the Flies so much, but in my opinion, Fantastic Land is just way better. I get why people like Lord of the Flies. It just was not for me. I was just annoyed the entire time because every single one of those boys was just annoying. So at number 5, we have The Counselors by Jessica Goodman, which is a summer camp thriller. Some kid washes up dead at the dock, and then they have to determine if it was accidental or if it was murder. Not to spoil anything, but I mean, you know the answer to that. But it was just a fun ride. I love the summer camp setting so much. It is YA, so it is easily digestible. It's a quick read. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the setting, loved the characters, and it's twisty, but not in a way where the twists feel shoehorned in. So anyway, I really enjoyed The Counselors. I'm super stoked to dive into Jessica Goodman's other books. I think at this point I have all of them. Next up is The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walter, and what a charming, cute little book. So it takes place on Martha's Vineyard, and every year this family has a family reunion there, and they play like a week-long game of assassin, and it's just like a cute little summer romance. I love the setting. I love summer books that take place on like the East Coast or New England or whatever. Like, they're just always a whole vibe, and yeah, this book was just so cute. I loved it. I didn't want it to end. So at number 3, this one was kind of a shock to me, but we have Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry, and it is kind of like a rancher romance, I guess. And I was like not expecting at all to love this as much as I did, but I was engrossed from page 1, and it had me fully ready to pack up and move to Montana or Wyoming or wherever it takes place. But anyway, it's about a rancher and then a like police chief, and they're like working together to determine if this death was self-inflicted or if it was murder. And of course they fall in love, because why wouldn't they? But just their chemistry, just everything. Oh, it was so good. I can't wait to read the second one. All right, so coming in at number 2, we have My Whole Heart and Soul, Check and Mate by Allie Hazelwood, which is just the cutest, most charming chess prodigy romance. It's just, even if you don't like chess, I think you'll still like it if you like rom-coms and romances. It was just the cutest. I would die for Mallory and Nolan. I love them. I didn't want it to end, and I want a sequel immediately. I would actually reread that book, and I'm not a book rereader, but it was so cute. Then at number 1, we have the love of my life, the actual love of my life, and that is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Just, what a little gem of a book. It's just an absolute love letter to classic rom-coms. I'm sure if you're a reader, you've already read it, but on the off chance that you haven't, if you love rom-coms, read it immediately. I never like to say definitively that you'll love or you'll hate something, but I can assure you, if you love rom-coms, you will love Better Than the Movies. Oh, it was so cute. Just Liz and Wes forever. Just, ugh. But it's a childhood friends to lovers trope, and it's just the cutest story, the cutest couple. I would die for them. It just had me kicking my feet and giggling the entire time. And like the banter, it's just, you can't get better than Liz and Wes. Just Liz and Wes supremacy forever. All right. Anyway, that was my best and worst of 2024. Go read Better Than the Movies and report back. Unless you hated it, don't report back. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Later days.